We're going to be looking at the 3 most affordable places to live in Austin, Texas. Not near or around Austin, Texas, but in Austin, Texas, within the city limits. Now, we're specifically going to be looking at condos at a price point of $400,000 or less, so we can have a good idea of where these clusters are in the city. So, let's take a look on a map. I took a screenshot of this from the MLS access I get as a real estate agent. And we can see here, this is on the south side of Austin, right? So here, where the river splits is where downtown Austin is. And we can just see that we have Bolden Creek, St. Edwards, East Riverside, South Lamar, as these little clusters of where these condos are at within city limits. That's just super close to downtown. And even South Congress, South Austin has its own vibe, plenty of stuff to do. I feel like the people who are watching this are very interested in what the downtown scene looks like because you are young and you really want to be close to all the action and you want to be looking at price points that's within your price range, right? So this is what the South looks like. So we can see how everything that's green is what's available right now as I'm filming this. This is March 2024 when I'm filming this. Now I took a snapshot of what it looks like on the north side, so pretty much north of the Colorado River. That's kind of how I see it. Look at this major cluster. This is a major cluster right here next to the University of Texas, right here. So this is so close. We're going to take a look at some of these as we get in the next window. So I just wanted to give you a nice little visual really quickly of where these clusters are. I mean, here, this looks like West Campus. I can't zoom. I'll be able to zoom in a lot closer in the next screen. But West Campus, we have a few here in what is that, Chestnut? But I think West Campus is the clear winner here when it comes to condos. So let's take a look at and have a deeper dive on what some of these looks like in the interior and check it out. So really quick behind the scenes, we're taking a look at everything at a price point of under $400,000 in the city of Austin. We're just looking at condos and there are 322 results. So 322 active listings with the price point of $400,000 or less for condos in the city of Austin, Texas. Okay, so now we're looking at the map. We're going to do the south first and then work our way up to the north. So let's start here in Travis Heights. I always hear good things about it. Let's take a look at this one. They have two here. They have 2 condos, looks like, here in the same little area. Let's take a look at the first one. So this is brand new listing. It is 1 bed, 1 bath, built in 1963, has 703 square feet. And it's listed at $274,900. Let's take a look at the interior. Okay. Looks updated to me. Lots of plain finishes. I do like this accent wall with the stonework here. I'm always a big fan of that. Adds texture, adds depth to any space. Okay, one of the rooms is staged. Can't tell if it's virtually staged or not. Right on. Okay, this is a random little countertop sink space with the full fridge. This is a little confusing to me. Oh, is that because they don't have a washer? Oh, this is what the washer dryer space looks like. So these units do not have their own washer and dryer. This is what the community washer and dryer looks like. And the community gym, which is a little sad if you ask me. Oh, there's no windows. I need light when I'm natural sunlight if I'm working out. I need to be able to see the outside. That's the community. Okay, so these are all the community amenities. So that's one. Let's take a look at another, shall we? Let's take a look at this one. This one's by itself at $199,000. All right, this one's probably gonna be pretty rough to look at. This had a recent price drop from $210,000 to $199,000. built in 1968, 609 square feet, one bed, one bath. Community pool. Again, at this price point, you are sacrificing probably having something that's move-in ready and having like top of the line finishes because of the location, right? So if you don't have a very big budget, then that means you probably have some time on your hands and you need to put some sweat equity to get this to more livable, probably to the standards that I know you want, because I know you want to make this. But that's the beauty of it. You gotta be optimistic and see the beauty in that, because now you have a lot of wiggle room on how you can make the space your own. So this is definitely dated, but for the price point and the location of how close it is downtown, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm really curious. If you're watching this in the comments, let me know if what the downtown scene looks like in your area when it comes to price point. What does a $200,000 condo look like that this close to downtown in your area? I want to know. Okay, let's see if we can find. Let's go to South Lamar. South Lamar is a lovely place to live. It's neighboring Ziegler, which is super famous neighborhood. This one speaks to me. I mean, the very first image, which I always call it like a thumbnail, is what gets me to click. It's so important to have this like the curb appeal as the thumbnail instead of just the interior of the house. Okay, this one looks like it's been remodeled to me. Okay, we're going in. Nice little fireplace. I always love that, especially when it gets cold and rainy here in Austin. You want to be cozy, and we do get rain and hail here, so the fireplace would be super nice. This is not white, it's like a very kind of just subtle green, almost like emerald green. It looks like. I'm digging it. I am digging it. Ooh, and it matches with the bathroom. Okay, this was tastefully done. And it has its own washer and dryer. Okay. Okay, nice little backyard. I'm digging that's mostly dirt and stone. Who cares about grass? Because we're going through our own water shortage and we're having to preserve water here in the Austin area. And I'm a big fan of using less water. And then you have this big tree here in your front yard. Okay, so this was a one and one, right? One bed, one bath, under 589 square feet, built in 1980, listed at a price point of $399,900. Now, I would love to run the comps in the area for you to see if this is a competitive price. But the bones are good. To me, that's worthy of an inquiry. And it's with EXP. I'm with EXP. I love calling my own people. Okay. That's how I know I'm going to get a for sure response or get someone to pick up the phone, especially if I say I'm with EXP. So that's always nice. Okay. Did we see this? No. That's the one we kind of skipped over. So this was South Lamar, right? Ooh, is there one in Ziegler? No effing way. Okay, let's check out Ziegler. Ziegler? Whoa. Okay, this was it Flamingo Condos? Ooh, okay. I reckon I have high hopes already. This is a one bed, one bath, 525 square feet, built in 1972. List for being offered at a price of $315,000. Okay, this one gives me like Florida, South Florida vibes, especially with the pink. And okay, check this out. Okay, this almost looks like a hotel. Hey, that surprised me. Wow, and look at that. Just a touch of color. That just really I mean, it that's where my eyes go. And it really, see how much a little bit of color, especially with, you have white walls, white cabinets, just makes a space. I mean, this is a pretty random placement to have like a little towel bar rack there. I mean, that's kind of curious why they did that. But they did well with that choice in color of all the cabinetry. They did well. They did well. I'm digging that. Typical kind of this re-engineered wood kind of floor, but it's good for maintenance and for if you have pets, that's perfect. That's interesting. They have this looks like a dryer unit in the closet. Community pool. Okay. So there's something. Let's see. I did that out of curiosity. Ooh, what's this one all about? Okay, I don't want to look at that one. So let's. Is there any more in the south I want to check out? Let's go a little bit further away because I bet you we're gonna find some gems here. And I'm only gonna I'm gonna stop when I see one that has like really nice curb appeal like this one. Okay, this one just had a price reduction of from 404,000 to 395,000, built in 2017. So one of the newer ones we've seen so far. 3 beds. This is a condo. Okay, these are one of those where it looks kind of like a townhouse or like a single family home from the outside, but it's under condo regime. So this is three. That's why it's 3 beds and 2 baths, not like a one-on-one that we have been seeing. And it's 1,500 square feet. So this is a nice size condo. Okay. This beautifully maintained interior is sure to impress with soaring ceilings. Okay, so they have high ceilings. Nice little L-shaped island there. Okay. I'm digging it. And this is 2 floors. So I wonder if they have the primary on the first floor or the second floor. The primary bedroom is on the main floor. Okay, so the primary is on the main floor and the other 2, I'm sure, on the second floor. So if you like that kind of setup, which most people do, they always want the primary kind of separate from everyone else, especially in a floor plan like this, then this would probably flip the bill. This one's not too bad. I mean, for a first-time home buyer, because at these price points, that's who I'm catering. It's I think who's going to be watching these videos. You don't want a big yard because your chances are you're not going to be home that much anyways, right? So I think you're sacrificing yard for location and proximity to all the action of what the downtown Austin area has to offer. So this one's not too bad, and it's already been reduced. So I bet how long has it been on the market? Over 200 days. Over 200 days. So there's negotiations to be had when days on market are that long. Let me know. Reach out to me. Well, let me do my due diligence and analysis to see if we can get any more, and let's just put a bid in. Let's use that option period to do a couple of home inspections to see if there's anything. See if the bones are good, because again, it's not just the looks of the house. We have to see the bones. The HVAC, the electrical, the plumbing. That's especially for the older homes that have been built like 20, 30 years ago. That's going to be key. I don't want you to move into a home that has and within the first 2 years you have a major breakdown, and then you're going to call me and be like, why did you sell me a lemon? And then we have to have a long heartfelt talk, because I always direct my clients and try to explain how much it makes sense to not just get a home inspection, but if something looks off with the HVAC or plumbing, that's a separate inspector that specializes in that kind of stuff. That it's going to cost more money up front, but it's going to save you thousands upon thousands, because now that inspector is going to be able to tell you how much life you have and just give you a good recommendation as to how to best approach, if it's an older system or if it needs to be replaced. We can work that in the negotiations, right? This one's really nice. I didn't even look. Okay, so this one had a price drop from 380 to 375,000, built in 1984, 950 square feet, 2 beds, 2 baths, 2 beds, 2 baths. Yeah, that's correct. And it's being offered at 375,000. Okay, this was remodeled. And this kind of looks digitally staged to me, but I was actually digging the pictures as I was surfing through them. What do you guys think? Yes, and I love this trend of what I'm seeing. Instead of wasting, this is where you save kind of cost, but I don't think we need all that. I think the cabinets on maybe at the ground floor makes sense, but I love this trend of just having these kind of shelves instead of having so much cabinetry towards the ceiling, right? I'm digging that. I think that's a good design choice. Yes. Oh, whoever did this painted brick again. That's the only thing where I'm kind of a little bit off. I think that if this was red and we have white and black, I think that would go well together. I want to see that one day. I'm sure I have seen it, but this was remodeled well, in my opinion. Well, and they have an open house coming up March 20th. that has to be for brokers and just us agents, because I don't think many people in the general population are going to be able to make it on a Wednesday. But that's nice. I'm digging that. Okay, I think that's what are we doing on time? We're at 15 minutes. Okay, that's it for South. But you could just see where the clusters are at, right? So there is a ton of opportunity here in South Austin at a price point of $400,000 or less when it comes to condos here in the downtown Austin area, right? So let's zoom in on what's happening all over here. There's so many condos. Let's just take a look at this very first one I picked. Luck of the draw. This one just came on the market 2 days ago. Oh, hold on. I forgot to read the specifics. This was built in 1985. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, being offered at $334,000. This is going to look very just standard to me. Nothing crazy. I mean, it's very college dorm, very, very college-esque. I think we can do better. We can do better. Let's look at something else. I have a feeling that that's probably exactly where. Oh, okay, let's take this. This one has a very interesting thumbnail picture. So this was built at 1982, 2-bed, 2-bath, being offered at $345,000. Interesting choice for your thumbnail. Okay, so it's on the first floor. So you're gonna have someone above you. That's an interesting deck. Usually I don't see that much wood for a deck. It's usually all concrete. Okay, so we have a wood theme going on. Okay. Very outdated kitchen. Electric stove. At least it has its own washer and dryer. At $345,000, I think we can do better. I would love to run the comps and numbers to see if that's competitive, or if they're just trying just to see what the fair market value is for a condo in this area. I mean, but again, the proximity to downtown. I mean, you can literally walk, rent a scooter. This is as close as you can get for this price point. That's pretty actually amazing. But this whole area kind of caters to the college scene, the college students here, it seems like. So there probably is a demand for it with the students. Let's see here now. I mean, everything in this area, 1980s, I feel like that's kind of like the decades that we're going to find. It was built in the 80s, 70s, so 20, 30 years at least. That's a very small kitchen. But hey, if you don't cook a lot, then that's probably not a big box you have to check anyways. Right? We're just looking at, I think the big appeal here is just the price point. I mean, not the price point and the location, right? Okay. We all know parking space is critical, so you must have it. I wonder if you get 1 or 2 spots. What does it say for parking? It says garage, parking permit required. The way I'm reading it, there's 2 spots for you. And keep in mind, all these condos probably have an HOA, and that's kind of like where they kind of get you, because it's always a higher than most monthly, and this one has an HOA of $218. I haven't been saying that for the rest of them, so I apologize for that. But if anything else piqued your interest, I can definitely find out for you, and we can include that in the cost, so we can figure out if this makes sense for you. Once we get through the pre-approval process and figure out your budget, we can find stuff. I think we got a good kind of idea of what this West Campus looks like area. It's very much catered. I think we're not going to see that much remodeling here, because they have such high demand from the university that we're going to see a lot of outdatedness here in West Campus. So let's go a little bit more towards somewhere in the East Austin. Let's check. Okay, see, this one is not too bad. This one had a recent price reduction from $377,000 to $372,000, built in 2020. Okay, so now we're getting newer. 1 bed, 1 bath, 640 square feet. Now that looks like a digital rendering. That does not look like the actual property. That one looks like it. Look at that. Talk about some taste. Treat yourself. We got a Parks and Rec fan in here. Okay, man. See how it's staging? Even if it's virtual, I can't tell because these pictures are a little bit wonky. I can't tell if it's... Okay, that looks real to me. Open floor plan makes it easy to entertain. Ooh. Oh, I love this little outside area. Oh, man. This is a winner so far. This is the nicest one we've seen. Character on character. Oh, I love that. I love when you mix the frames and you just have it clustered like this. Adds so much character to the house. Someone's lived here and lived well. Go sit on a cactus. I love that. Love the flowers. Oh, man. I hope this one's not going to stay on for too long, folks. Because seeing these pictures, I know people want to go take a look at this. This one's not bad. It's been on the market for 50 days. I'm a little surprised. I wonder what the HOA is. 164 monthly. 2.2 tax rate. That adds up. But that's the nicest one we've seen so far. This one's really cheap. $150,000. Let's just take a quick little look. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, built in 2016. So a little bit new on the newer side. They have its own washer and dryer, top down. Okay, pretty standard. Okay, so it's like a studio. I don't think it has its own separate bedroom then. Balcony. Okay, so this looks like a studio. That's why it's so cheap. 464 square feet. Wow, that's pretty tiny. Okay, let's go up a little bit to... No, I don't want that one. So peep, take note of the areas where you see the clusters. So we have Blackland and Chestnut and Holly in East Austin. Okay, that's the one we just looked at. Is there any... No, I don't want to see that one. I'm really looking for some curb appeal. Okay, here we go. This one's listed at $375,000. This is a 1-bed, 1-bath, 673 square feet, built in 2018. Okay, this one's definitely a studio too, because look how everything's all in one picture. This is Austin's premier green condo building. Okay. What do we think? Remember, I mean, there's two ways to look at it. It's small, but that means there's less furniture you have to buy to fill in the space. Okay, there's always, I mean, depending on how you think, optimistic or pessimistic, that's nice. I like this. I like a good outdoor kind of seating area that's for the community. Not a bad pool. Look, it even has a place where you can sunbathe. I'm surprised they don't have chairs in the water, but and a little, where you can get your feet wet. I like that. That's not too bad. And I like how it's enclosed, and probably the building where people live is surrounding it. So I just imagine the parties here. Okay, that's not bad at all. What's the HOA like? 412 monthly. Wowzers. That's gotta hurt. That's a lot. That is a lot. I'm really curious what the HOA terms are in this community, because that's a lot of money for this price point. Okay, let's move on. Let's see. I really want to go a little bit higher because, again, this is like so close to downtown. So if the further we get out a bit, and again, like over here to down here, I mean, it's within 10, 15 minutes, easy, and it's walkable. It's easy as renting a scooter. All right, let's take a look. So now that's a house. I wonder if it's in a condo regime. That's why it's like that. That always is so funny and tricky to me. It looks like a house from the outside, but it's in a condo regime, and that's how people enter the data here in the MLS. So I'm looking for one that has like just the first picture screams at me. Okay, we're taking a look at this one. Where I know it's towards the top of our budget of $400,000. So this one's being listed at $395,000, built in the 2000s. So Y2K, 1,100 square feet, 2 beds, 3 baths. Well, 2 full and 1 half bath. So this is probably a 2-story, 2 floors. Is it 2 floors? We'll take a look at the pictures. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, 2 floors. So they have the half on the first floor. They probably have the primary on the first floor and the other two remaining on the top floor. Okay, this is nice. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. I love when they have a window where you wash the dishes. That makes and there's actually something to look at, even if it's a tree. That helps so much when you're doing the dishes. I am This is like a little bar area here, a little fireplace. I am digging this. I am digging this a lot. That's a nice picture. This is a nice picture. It did some editing on this one. Okay. Not too bad. A full washer and dryer. Not bad at all. Look at that. Lots of green, lots of trees. Oh, this is a beautiful common area. I love it. This is my new favorite. This is my new favorite. And this is, I think, close to the domain, too. Let me see this. Where are we at? I think this was Crestview. Kind of. So the domain, for those of you who have no clue, and this is your first time ever seeing anything about Austin, the domain is right here. And this is like our second downtown, or at least that's what they're trying to make it. They have corporate offices here for a lot of the tech industry. They have the domain, which is like a promenade for restaurants, fine dining, luxury shopping, and it's just very walkable, very, very walkable. They have live music here. I mean, if you're coming from the north, which is where I live in the north, I usually head to the domain if I want to go out. I only rarely come downtown unless people are visiting or just like a big thing happening downtown, because you can scratch that itch at the domain very easily if you're looking for that kind of nightlife, and it's just a different feel, completely different vibe from downtown. So you really have to check it out for yourself so you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, let's look for one more, and then I'm going to wrap things up because we're kind of approaching the 30-minute mark, which is this the one that we just saw? No, we did not see this one yet. Okay, so this is the last one we're going to see. This was in the subdivision of Stoneleigh Condo, and built in 2002, 1,100 square feet, 3 beds, 2 baths, has a $385 monthly HOA. So that's kind of where they get you, because that's a lot to add to your monthly. So that's going to throw off how much purchasing power you're going to have if that's how expensive the HOA is. Okay. I think that's a good color choice for the kitchen. I'm kind of digging that. It's different. I like the way the screen absorbs the light. Gold finishes. Very trendy. Beautiful. Beautiful bedrooms. I wonder if that's professionally staged or this is what people who live here, that's what their taste and choice of furniture is. Not bad. I'm digging it. Okay, this is empty. Nice. Okay, let's look at the common areas. If it's that much of HOA, they better have some pretty nice amenities. Okay, so this is definitely one of the amenities, the common spaces. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, I like when you can see a little bit where the money's going. And you have a designated parking space. And this nice little aerial picture. I love when they do a little drone shot like that. I guess this is a good idea. Okay, so we just looked at condos that are in the price point range of $400,000 or less in the Austin area within the city limits. What do you guys think? Do we like what we see? Do you think it's worth it? What more do you want to see? I could do a whole luxury version of this too, at $1 million price point and more. But I know housing affordability is a hot topic, and that's kind of like what I want to try to cover, especially for my first-time home buyer, because I love working with you guys, because I really want you to get started. And I know like that price point of $400,000 and less, even starting like in the mid 300s, is kind of like that sweet spot for people. So let me know what you think in the comments. Was there any particular one that you really liked? Do we want to go tour any? I have all my stuff in the description so you can get a hold of me. Usually like to get us like face-to-face time, that virtual consultation is just clutch, because that way we can do it from anywhere. And especially for my buyers that are relocating, I know that's vital to have that face-to-face time virtually so we can come up with the game plan and figure out what the next steps are. But I am here to help. And be your guide throughout the whole thing. So I really appreciate you watching. Again, my name is Omar Pineda. I'm a realtor here in the Austin area with eXp Realty. And I would love to join you on your journey, if it's home buying or home selling, whatever that may be. And I'm just excited to get started. Right. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next one.